Hello everyone, my name is Anushka Saxena and in this video we will continue reading chapter 19 of class 11 biology, that is excretory products and their elimination. Let's begin. 19.6 Micturation. Urine formed by the nephrons is ultimately carried to the urinary bladder where it is stored till a voluntary signal is given by the central nervous system, that is CNS. This signal is initiated by the stretching of the urinary bladder as it gets filled with urine. In response, the stretch receptors on the walls of the bladder send signals to the CNS. The CNS passes on motor messages to initiate the contraction of smooth muscles of the bladder and simultaneous relaxation of the urethral sphincter, causing the release of urine. The process of release of urine is called micturation and the neural mechanisms causing it is called the micturation reflex. An adult human excretes on an average 1 to 1.5 liters of urine per day. The urine formed is a light yellow colored watery fluid which is slightly acidic, pH 6.0, and has a characteristic odor. On an average, 25 to 30 gram of urea is excreted out per day. Various conditions can affect the characteristics of urine. Analysis of urine helps in clinical diagnosis of many metabolic disorders as well as malfunctioning of the kidney. For example, presence of glucose, that is glycosuria, and ketone bodies, that is ketonuria, in urine are indicative of diabetes mellitus. 19.7 Role of other organs in excretion. Other than the kidneys, lungs, liver, and skin also help in the elimination of excretory wastes. Our lungs remove large amounts of CO2, approximately 200 milliliter per minute, and also significant quantities of water every day. Liver, the largest gland in our body, secretes bile-containing substances like bilirubin, biliverdin, cholesterol, degraded steroid hormones, vitamins, and drugs. Most of these substances ultimately pass out along with digestive wastes. The sweat and sebaceous glands in the skin can eliminate certain substances through their secretions. Sweat produced by the sweat glands is a watery fluid containing NaCl, small amounts of urea, lactic acid, etc. Though the primary function of sweat is to facilitate a cooling effect on the body surface, it also helps in the removal of some of the wastes mentioned above. Sebaceous glands eliminate certain substances like sterols, hydrocarbons, and waxes through sebum. This secretion provides a protective oily covering for the skin. Do you know that small amounts of nitrogenous wastes could be eliminated through saliva too? 19.8 Disorders of the excretory system. Malfunctioning of kidneys can lead to accumulation of urea in blood, a condition called uremia, which is highly harmful and may lead to kidney failure. In such patients, urea can be removed by a process called hemodialysis. During the process of hemodialysis, the blood drained from a convenient artery is pumped into a dialyzing unit called artificial kidney. Blood drained from a convenient artery is pumped into a dialyzing unit after adding an anticoagulant like heparin. The unit contains a coiled cellophane tube surrounded by a fluid, dialyzing fluid, having the same composition as that of plasma except the nitrogenous wastes. The porous cellophane membranes of the tube allows the passage of molecules based on concentration gradient. As nitrogenous wastes are absent in the dialyzing fluid, these substances freely move out, thereby clearing the blood. The cleared blood is pumped back to the body through a vein after adding an antiheparin to it. This method is a boon for thousands of uremic patients all over the world. Kidney transplantation is the ultimate method in the correction of acute renal failures, that is, kidney failure. A functioning kidney is used in transplantation from a donor, preferably a close relative, to minimize its chances of rejection by the immune system of the host. Modern clinical procedures have increased the success rate of such a complicated technique. Renal calculi, stone or insoluble mass of crystallized salts, oxalates, etc., formed within the kidney. Glomerulonephritis, inflammation of glomeruli of kidney. Summary: many nitrogen containing substances, ions, CO2, water, etc. that accumulate in the body have to be eliminated. Nature of nitrogenous wastes formed and their excretion vary among animals, mainly depending on the habitat, that is, availability of water. Ammonia, urea, and uric acid are the major nitrogenous wastes excreted. Protonephridia, nephridia, Malpighian tubules, green glands, and the kidneys are the common excretory organs in animals. They not only eliminate nitrogenous wastes but also help in the maintenance of ionic and acid-base balance of body fluids. In humans, the excretory system consists of one pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. Each kidney has over 1 million tubular structures called nephrons. Nephrons is the functional unit of kidney and has two portions, that is, glomerulus and renal tubule. Glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries formed from afferent arterioles, fine branches of renal artery. The renal tubule starts with a double-walled Bowman's capsule and is further differentiated into a proximal convoluted tubule, that is PCT, Henle's loop, that is HL, and distal convoluted tubule, DCT. The DCTs of many nephrons join to a common collecting duct, many of which ultimately open into the renal pelvis through the medullary pyramids. The Bowman's capsule encloses the glomerulus to form Malpighian or renal corpuscle. Urine formation involves three main processes, that is, filtration, reabsorption, and secretion. Filtration is a non-selective process performed by the glomerulus using the glomerular capillary blood pressure. About 1200 milliliter of blood is filtered by the glomerulus per minute to form 125 milliliter of filtrate in the Bowman's capsule per minute, that is GFR. JGA, a specialized portion of the nephrons, plays a significant role in the regulation of GFR. Nearly 99% reabsorption of the filtrate takes place through different parts of the nephrons. PCT is the major site of reabsorption and selective secretion. HL primarily helps to maintain osmolar gradient, that is 300 milliosmol per liter to 1200 milliosmol per liter within the kidney interstitium. DCT and collecting duct allow extensive reabsorption of water and certain electrolytes which help in osmoregulation, which are H+, K+, and NH3 could be secreted into the filtrate by the tubules to maintain the ionic balance and pH of body fluids. A counter-current mechanism operates between the two limbs of the loop of Henle and those of vasa recta, that is, capillary parallel to the Henle's loop. The filtrate gets concentrated as it moves down the descending limb but is diluted by the ascending limb. Electrolytes and urea are retained in the interstitium by this arrangement. DCT and collecting duct concentrate the filtrate about 4 times, that is from 300 milliosmol to 1200 milliosmol per liter. An excellent mechanism of conservation of water. Urine is stored in the urinary bladder till a voluntary signal from the CNS carries out its release through urethra, that is micturation. Skin, lungs and liver also assist in excretion. So, here our chapter is completed. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day ahead.